Hey gang, it's Crap Shoes time again, playing some Dota. This one's going to be a little bit different, as you can probably see from this intro screen. I'm actually just talking over replay. The reason being is, first of all, I've not put a lot of videos up recently, and there's a very good reason for that, which I'll go into in a second. And also, I had a topic to talk about, but no other means of talking about it without putting a video to go with it, so we're going to watch me play some Dota while I talk some mess. I think there's more of a podcast than a video, I guess, while some pretty stuff goes on in front of you, in front of your eyes. But feel free to minimise this tab or go look around elsewhere and just listen to me talk. Or, you know, feel free to close it, I'm not your boss. But anyway, what I was going to talk about is a few things. Like I said, I've not been doing a lot of videos recently. Life has kind of gotten in the way, for many reasons. I've got some stuff going on at home, and I've got some stuff going on at home, by which I mean England rather than here. But that's neither here nor there. Let me just set this up so we're actually following what I'm doing. Player perspective. Me. There we go. Yeah, I've had a lot of things going on, so making videos has not really been a priority right now. Sorry about that. I'm going to try and get on some kind of schedule coming up here soon, but, you know, we'll see how it pans out. So, a couple of things I want to talk about. Looking for new jobs, and as you do, I'm going around once and all the rest of it, and I see a job for it's an accountancy job. It's my thing, but after I've read through all the description, all the rest of it, yeah, this job I can do. I can notice it's for Activision Blizzard, which is hilarious. So theoretically, it's not going to happen, but theoretically, I can end up working for Blizzard. That might be interesting. Should they ever see these videos, considering that Dota is This is a remake of a mod for Warcraft 3, which is made by Blizzard, but this Dota 2 is made by Valve, and there's a big hoo-ha over the name Dota, which is why I want to say that Blizzard's games coming out that is Dota is being called something like Blizzard All-Stars. I might have made that part up, but there's a thing where there's a big legal battle over the name for Dota, and either way, Valve somehow came out with it, even though I don't see how they could have. But regardless, that's neither here nor there. It's something to do with Ice Frog, and you go to Valve or Blizzard, whatever. But either way, I applied for a job at Blizzard, doing accountancy. It's not going to come to anything. I apply for jobs all the time. Anyway, the real topic of conversation I want to talk about today is Richard Garriott, designer of Ultima, inarguably a legend of PC gaming, for whatever reason. He's done an interview with PC Gamer that went up yesterday, talking about his new game that he's got kickstarted and all the rest of it. But there's a point in it that I really wanted to address because it drove me fucking absolutely insane reading it. And this is a quote. Here we go. I think there's really very few great game designers. I think Chris Roberts is one of them, Will Wright's another, Peter Molyneux is another. They clearly exist, but on the whole, I think that the design talent in our industry is dramatically lower than we need as an industry. It's a very hard skill to learn. Now, I took issue with this, not because I fancy myself as some game designer, or I think he's not got a point to make, or whatever. Why I took issue with this is because the names he mentioned. He mentioned Chris Roberts, Will Wright, and Peter Molyneux. Now, they are allegedly, according to Richard Garriott, great game designers. So I'm going to go through the last few games that each person was credited with making, and I'll let you decide for yourself. So Will Wright, he's credited on The Cave, Middle Manager, Justice and Costume Quest, but those are all thanks, and so I'm not going to count them because they're all Double Fine games. He don't have anything to do with them. So after that, we've got The Sims 3 in 2009, SimCity Creator 2008, Spore 2008, The Sims 2 2008, and Spore Creature Creator 2008. If you want to take the Spore doubles out, you've got The Simpsons game of 2007. So to run through those again: Sims 3, SimCity Creator, Spore, Sims 2, Spore Creature Creator, The Simpsons game. That's Will Wright. Great game designer, according to Richard Garriott. Peter Molyneux. Last 5 games. Curiosity, which is that iOS thing where you click in on, you're clicking on the cube and it's like chipping away blocks and whatever else. Why is there no game audio? Oh, what? Oh, that's terrible. Okay, well, you might have lost a lot of Dota sound, but, you know, never mind. So anyway, Curiosity, which is an iPhone thing, Fable the Journey, which sucked, Connect Sports, which sucked, Fable 3, which sucked, and Fable 2, which was alright, but that was 2008. Before that, you know, well, let's not go too far back, but those are 5 most recent games that have been released. So, iOS thing that's barely even a game, shit game, shit Connect game, sorry, shit game, okay game, but, you know, Fable 2. Chris Roberts, now here's the one that really bugs me, because he mentions Chris Roberts so many times in this interview. So here we go. His most recent 5 games. Burnout 3 Takedown, which came out in 2004. Brute Force, which came out in 2003 for the Xbox, and sucked. Conquest Frontier Wars, don't even know what that is, that's 2001. Star Lancer 2000, no idea. And then Wing Commander 4, Rise of Freedom. But that was 97. So in 16 years he's put out 5 games. But apparently he's not a lazy game designer, according to Richard Garriott. Again, let me read you that quote from Garriott. I think there's really very few great game designers. I think Chris Roberts is one of them. Will Wright's another, Peter Molyneux is another. Not from what I've just read out. But here's the one that really gets my goat. Let's have a read of Richard Garriott's last few games. Right? So we've got 2007 is his most recent game he put out. Tabula Rasa, which is an MMO, and that shut down after, what, 18 months? So it can't be that good, he can't be that great a game designer. Then we've got Auto Assault, which came out in 2006, and that was another MMO, and that lasted a year. Again, can't be that great a game designer. Now we have City of Villains and City of Heroes, which eventually ended up getting merged, went free to play, and they did better than the previous 2 games I just mentioned. But they've since been shut down because they're not WoW, essentially. Like, you can't make an MMO and compete with WoW unless you're in Korea, which brings me to the next point, which is Lineage 2, which is his last game in 2004, which apparently is still going in some form or another, but that is a big game in Korea. I don't think anyone's done anything with it outside of Korea, to be quite honest. I could be wrong, but basically, if I mention the name Lineage to you, do you think, oh shit, I've got to play that game, do you? So here we are, this is Richard Garriott's, his long form fucking rant at how game design sucks these days. Now, this is all based on the idea that he's meant to be, essentially, because all interviews are essentially adverts for future games. And so this interview in PC Gamer is to mention his game that got kickstarted by the name of, hang on, what's going on here? This game that got kickstarted called, was it Shadow of the Avatar? Am I getting that right? Yeah, Shroud of the Avatar. Which, as far as lazy design goes, that's the crappiest fucking name ever. The Shroud of the Avatar? Like, that is the most generic, nonsense, completely bland, devoid of creativity name for anything ever. Shroud of the Avatar, what does that even mean? Like, it feels like so many game titles are now something of the something. Admittedly, this is Defense of the Ancients, but that makes somewhat more sense than Shroud of the Avatar. Like, Noun of the Noun is far too fucking common a thing. But anyway, he thinks that everyone else is a lazy game designer. Now, he's got a screenshot with his Kickstarter thing. I noticed that the only reason he's Kickstarted is because no one wants to have anything to do with Richard Garriott and actually fund him properly. No publisher wants to touch him. Because if they would, it would have been, what, 6 years since he put out Tabula Rasa before he's doing something else. Okay, I don't care if he's going to fucking space, that's nonsense. Like, you don't just, like, he must have money coming in from somewhere. I can't imagine people still buying Ultima, which, by the way, which is what he's known for and what he's most famous for is Ultima. Now, the last Ultima that he had anything to do with was Ultima 9, which came out in 2000, 13 years ago. So he's living on fucking kudos built up so long ago that it's around. Basically, my problem is I feel like all the reverence that is placed upon, and it's not just Richard Garriott, it's a lot of people. Like, you should have to, like, I'm trying to think how to best word this rather than just do what I usually do, fly off the handle and say something that's not entirely what I mean. I feel like reverence has a best before date. Like, there is a point at which that, yes, it's fine to it's right that Richard Garriott is respected. Don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting that he shouldn't be. But at some point, he hasn't done anything recently to earn any current respect. If you want to tell me straight to face, look, he made Ultima, the guy's legend, fine. But I have no reason to pay attention to anything he does currently, because he hasn't done anything. Like, he has done absolutely nothing of note, as far as I can tell. Like, of actual genuine note that I would care about, and that most people care about, for years. I don't know why DotA hitched up there. Oh, that's strange. And so, who the fuck is he to go on about fucking like lazy game designers? Like, his screenshot and his name, like, I can't, like, you have to look at the screenshot. Just go on PC Gamer and you'll find it. I mean, everyone, if you follow games at all, it's being talked about on Twitter non-stop, because Richard Garriott basically went nuts on people. He went off the hook. Like, the screenshot looks like, and I forget the names, it's been so long since I played it, which is kind of hilarious considering I've just applied for a job with Blizzard. But the Night Elf zone in the original WoW, in vanilla WoW, that's on the same, it's on the Eastern Island, whichever it is, Eastern Kingdoms, I think that's the Eastern one. Whichever, again, it's been so long I completely forget. But it's the island with Stormwind on it, I think, and it's got the Night Elf zone. I want to say it's called something like Silver Moon. I should have looked this up. I looked up everything else, so I didn't look up Silver Moon. But it looks like the screenshot has just been ripped straight from WoW. It's fucking terrible. And this video is fucking terrible because I'm not showing you anything. Let's do... Can I follow a camera? Yeah, Hero Chase. Let's do that. Maybe this will give us something better. As you can see from this times off, not a very long game. We kind of mullered them. But yeah, so... What was I saying? Yeah, so he's... Like, that he can come out and decry everyone, like every game designer, as being lazy, and that there are no good game designers these days apart from 3 guys who haven't done shit in years. Like, don't get me wrong, Peter Molyneux is a legend. Like, Populous is fucking outstanding. Black and White, pretty good. Fable, okay, sure. Will Wright, SimCity, brilliant. Say no more, legend. Chris Roberts, Wing Commander, fine, okay. Not my thing, but sure. If you like Wing Commander, I ain't gonna stop you. But Richard Garriott has just done nothing. Like recently, I shouldn't have to keep clarifying this, but he hasn't done anything recently. Like, okay, he's credited on EverQuest, but EverQuest came out 14 fucking years ago. A long time. In 1999 is a long time ago. So, why he still feels that he can command this reverence and this respect and this like why he feels like he has the right to just say, oh, everyone sucks these days. I'm clearly, well, he doesn't say that he's the better, but he says that everyone sucks. And so what gives him the right to do so? I mean, I didn't see him. It's no secret, no surprise that I like indie games, and I think low budget stuff is great. And so ordinarily you tell me game on Kickstarter, cool, fine, I'll have a look at that. But he just comes off so arrogant and so undeserving of any attention that I just no interest. Like, there's a reason, like, people know who Richard Garriott is, he's a name, yet he wouldn't have to get a game kickstarted if everything he hadn't done was such a gigantic failure since Ultima. And it is. I don't think anyone who says otherwise is kidding themselves. The last game that he put out was Tabula Rasa, it was an MMO, and it shut down in a year. Like, what more do you want? If you ask the average person on the street to name a Richard Garriott thing, they'll tell you Ultima. But the last Ultima came out that he was associated with 13 years ago. So, basically, the whole point of my long-winded rant is I think Richard Garriott needs to shut the fuck up. But, that's a rather blunt way of putting this entire thing. I saw about what's happening in this game. This is a rather cool thing I did. I actually used Nightmare and did something useful for once, and I got this kill. See? So yeah, basically just fuck Richard Garriott, I guess is my point. Anyway, that's enough of that guy. He's taken up more than enough of my mental time. So let's talk about working for Blizzard, I guess. Yeah, no, it's an accountancy job, don't freak out. There might be some weird conflict of interest thing if they ever see these videos. I doubt it though. Like, I'm just playing games and talking about it on YouTube. But they'll never find this video anyway. They'll never find this channel. Because let's face it, who does? There's like 5 people who watch these videos, and I know 4 of them. Yes, you random guy who subscribed to me, who I actually don't know who you are. Thanks. Cheers. Much appreciated. Stick around. Maybe you could let me know what you actually find so enjoyable about these videos. Because I haven't figured it out yet. But yeah, wouldn't that be strange? Working for Blizzard. Like, I doubt very much that anything comes of it. I doubt very much I'll even get a job there. But even if it did, like, I would. Like, I don't know. Do you reckon they give free stuff to employees? Do you reckon I said, look, can I just get like 2 years worth of World of Warcraft time on my account? Do you reckon they do that? Do you reckon I can get back into World of Warcraft? Well, maybe, right? I'm sure there's fucking some massive NDA I have to sign upon doing that, whereas I don't videotape it and put it on my YouTube channel. But you know, why not?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe it'd be cool. Like, if it happened, that's about the only way I'll get back into playing WoW, is if I worked for the company and they were giving me free playing time. But I don't know. Maybe you get some cool staff-only items. Maybe, like, I don't know. Maybe they goose. Like, if I wanted to play Diablo, they give me Diablo. I don't know. I don't know why they would give me these games, but maybe they do. Maybe that's all part of it. Maybe you can just get Steam keys from work. That's not on Steam, is it? Am I talking about Steam keys? Because it all goes through Battle.net. Well, maybe they can, like, give you Battle.net codes. I don't know. I don't think there are codes on Battle.net, but maybe they can just hook you up with copies of the game. That'd be pretty cool. It's about the only way I'm going to play Diablo. I'm not going to pay money for Diablo. I'm not nearly interested enough. Like, StarCraft intrigues me, but it's so far away from any game that I'm, like, I don't like RTS. Now, you could argue that DotA is in many ways an RTS, but it's not, because you're only controlling one dude. It's a MOBA, which I forget what that acronym actually stands for, but it's a MOBA. But yeah, StarCraft intrigues me, but I'm so terrible and I get so bored so quickly with RTSs, I don't know that it will last very long for me. But again, if it's for free, like if I'm just giving it because, hey, you work here, here's your bonus this month, or whatever. Oh look, everyone's got this game now, cool. Then I'll play some fucking StarCraft 2, why not? Right? But yeah, that's not going to happen anyway, let's face it, I'm not going to get a job at Blizzard.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Why would they? It's funny, talking to Blizzard, like, because I had to write a motivation there for the thing, for the job application. I didn't ask for one, but I thought it necessary to write one, because, you know, it's just what you do. And I was just talking about games, because, like, you know, I don't have a stellar CV, internet. It's really not that impressive. Living in England when the economy went to shit, when you've got no qualifications, is a real big handicap in the workplace. But that's neither here nor there. I started mentioning a whole bunch of games in my motivation there, in my cover there. And you know, talking about, you know, I used to play WoW, and this was my character on this server. If you want to vet me and see that I have actually played way too much of this game. So I started talking about Tony Hawk. I talked about Aliens on the fucking ZX Spectrum, which is actually the first Activision game I played. But I didn't mention my favourite Blizzard game, because it wasn't Blizzard when they made it. It was, I want to say like Silicon and Synapse. I always forget what their actual name is. But that's Rock and Roll Racing on the SNES. What a fantastic game that is. I'm going to have to do a video of Rock and Roll Racing. But it's top down. It's isometric racing game. It's like RC Pro-Am. It's a kart racer. But the soundtrack is all MIDI versions of rock and metal songs, like Paranoid by Ozzy's on there. And I always forget, is Paranoid Ozzy or is it Black Sabbath? It's solo Ozzy. Either way, Paranoid is on there. No, Paranoid is Black Sabbath, not Ozzy. I think. Yeah, it's definitely Black Sabbath. Right. Tony Iommi playing? Yeah. Anyway, so it's got that, and it's got like the Peter Gunn theme, but metal, and Born to Be Wild, and all kinds of just great music, but MIDI, because it's obviously on a SNES.
has fallen.
And that game is fantastic. That's so good. I'm gonna have to do a video of Rock and Roll Racing now and talk about this much. And I didn't think to mention that in my fucking motivation letter, and it pissed me off because I sent it, and as soon as I sent it, I thought, fuck, Rock and Roll Racing. Because that's the kind of thing that, like, everyone can mention WoW. Everyone knows what WoW is. Everyone knows what Tony Hawk is. You know, not everyone knows about Rock and Roll Racing. But there you are. Then I suppose not everyone knows about Aliens on the ZX Spectrum. Not everyone knows about the ZX Spectrum, full stop. None of this is relevant to the job I'm actually applying for, because like I said, it's accounts, but I'm hoping that they will see my enthusiasm for the company, ish, and act accordingly. Don't get me wrong, if I was going to pick any game company to work for, it would be Activision / Blizzard. I don't know who it would be. Valve maybe? I kind of like Valve, they're cool. Capcom. Just so I can moan at them every day saying, make a new Darkstalkers. I don't know. 2K. See, 2K is a publisher. They publish a lot of games I like. Borderlands and the NBA series and the MLB series. And I'm sure there's more, but nothing's coming directly to mind. I know there's more than that, but 2K put out a lot of games that I happen to like. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. I can't imagine anything's come to it. But I thought it was kind of strange that Blizzard even had an office in the Netherlands. I was under the impression that all of their European stuff came out of Ireland. I seem to remember hearing somewhere that Dublin is the thing where all the WoW stuff gets handled, which may be true, I guess. So maybe that this is just like this is how they're gearing up for. Was it Titan? Is the name of their WoW replacement? And the various there's one more StarCraft 2 games come out because they just done the Zerg one, Heart of the Swarm, and they did Wings of Liberty, which was the Terran one, so they got to do the Protoss one next. So it might just be that they're all gearing up for that, and it just works out that the way they're doing that for Europe is they're leaving WoW to Ireland, and I don't know, I could be wrong, I don't know anything at all about the internal structure of Blizzard, least of all their European dealings. But you know, we'll see what happens. It would be hilarious if I got that job. But anyway, as you can see from this game's kind of almost over. I'm 8-2 and 6 so far, I can't remember what I finished up. But I shouldn't have even died those 2 times. This game was a murder, I've never had a game finished this quick. We just completely obliterated the fuck out of them. Like, it was ridiculous, just... Like, I've got ridiculously good with Bane, like, I started playing this with my buddy, like I was talking about in the previous DotA video. There's going to be a video with him at some point soon. Maybe even record one today, who can say. But yeah, man. Grab shoes. Sorry I've been lazy recently. Like I said, stuff been going on. I'll try and figure that out. I'm going to play some...
Bounty Hunter is back on the trail.
I'm going to play some more DotA. I'm going to record some Harvest Moon for the SNES, because I love that game. Now that I said Rock and Roll Racing, I better do Rock and Roll Racing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm going to do some more uplink. I'm going to get around to doing some more anti-chamber as well. Again, I know I've been slacking so bad. I'm sorry, people, but you know how it is. Life gets in the way. And life has got in the way in a big way the last couple of weeks. But still. Hopefully, there's light at the end of the tunnel, etc, etc. Hopefully it'll work out that in some long-winded form that Blizzard is actually paying me to do these videos. Think about it, if I get a job with Blizzard, they're paying my bills, essentially. My bills include internet. Therefore, ipso facto, Blizzard are making these videos. I'm biased, so I can never video a Blizzard game. Oh no. Anyway, there you go, there's DotA. Let's bring up the scores here now that we're finished. You know, they're going to come up in a second. I went 8-2 and 6. Not amazing, but you know, I played middle and I don't often do that. And there you go. There's DotA. Let's get rid of that, nice, you can see this one. And yeah, that's going to do it for today. I'll be back, hopefully, with some more videos a lot sooner than I have been recently. Thanks guys, peace.